If you've been on the interwebs lately, chances are you've heard of an Instagrammer called Just the Construction Guy and his fast rise to fame, basically. I believe he grew to about 500,000 followers in the span of about 2 or 3 months or something like this. Anyway, in this video, I'm gonna exactly tell you what I think has happened, how he grew to that number, plus I'm actually gonna tell you something really interesting that I found out actually right now. So let's get into it. About 1 month ago, one of my clients, whose awesome channel I'm by the way not gonna drop because he didn't do his homework, he told me about this new and emerging influencer called Just the Construction Guy, and he was like, how did he grow so fast? Maybe we could do a video on that and stuff like that. Anyway, to answer this question, let's go all the way back to the beginning of how this whole thing happened. By the way, there's gonna be a really interesting twist at the end, or at the middle, so you know, stay on there. Anyway, this whole story started with a tweet of his daughter actually saying, "My dad asked me what an influencer was, and after I explained, he said, shh, I can do that." Well, he did. The best part is he works in construction. Anyway, what happened after is pretty much history. People retweeted, of course. Some meme pages, some bigger pages started resharing this story on Instagram, and it just came how it had to come. It became a viral thing, basically making it explode overnight, you know, making him gain thousands of followers overnight. People loved his sense of humor, you know, the way he did his posts, kind of mocking the Instagram world, stuff like that. And it actually kind of felt like this guy either was super talented with social media and didn't know it, or he was just at the right time at the right spot. Well, turns out he's actually fake, fabricated by a marketing agency to sell coffee. Of course, traditional media outlets and so forth, they were all jumping on that. They were like, oh, it's fake, oh, it's so bad, blah, blah, blah. But actually, no matter what happened, just think about it. He still gained over 500,000 followers in the matter of a few months. Plus, those followers, they were not just random people. I feel like they were pretty brought in, they're pretty into what he's doing. So let me tell you the factors that I think made Omer, or Just the Construction Guy, break bad or blow up. I've actually just always wanted to do this, but I never found a way to put this in the video, so here you go. Taking a closer look at his content actually reveals a very well-crafted internet personality, breaking the norms of your everyday Instagram influencer. And this is actually a bigger deal than you might think. Here's why. He's done what I call, and what I teach all of my students, is the no bullshit kind of approach. He's basically as far away as possible from the regular Instagram influencer world. He's not a hot girl, he's not a pumped guy, you know, having the travel lifestyle, making it appear like everything is perfect, everything is just flowers out there. He's making it real, he's taking it to a personal level, he's making people relate with him, especially, you know, because he's a blue-collar worker. He's as far away from this whole world as possible, actually. In kind of a sense, you know, of course not as possible, but you know what I mean, you're smart kids. And in addition to that, he's actually mocking the whole influencer world in a very funny and very unique way, kind of showing it how it really is, and you know, making it, if you look at his posts, this whole thing, even though it's kind of like the same that everybody else does, every other influencer does, it makes you see that like how weird things really are in this world at some point. His posts are perfectly crafted, mocking stereotypical Instagram content. For example, flat lace or the hand from behind picture, stuff like that. Just post them, mocks them, you know, it kind of feels funny. And you know, people buy that, of course. People are totally brought into that. Just like I said, people relate. Plus, at least in the subconscious, he kind of is, because of all these things that I just talked about, he kind of is like an underdog, being so far away from this whole world, being a blue-collar worker and stuff like that. And this thing just perfect, it just all aligns, you know, making it shareable, making it, you know, viral, worthy, stuff like this. And, you know, to top this off, in one of his first posts, he actually said, you know, his co-workers mocked me because I'm an influencer, Instagram influencer right now, and his co-workers are making fun of him, stuff like that, because of his new Instagram lifestyle. Now, I know, of course, he's a fake person, right? It's not like of course he's real, but you know, all these things were perfectly crafted. But still, it goes to show that this coffee shop actually did a very, very good job of, you know, taking care of these things, you know, perfectly crafting their influencer. Because like they said in a blog post of them, they were looking for an Instagrammer who could change the game, somebody who was different from the all of the other influencer lemmings out there, stuff like that, which is something I totally understand. Just because I feel like, you know, every influencer, like most of the influencers out there, most of the content on Instagram especially, is kind of the same all along. And it's actually kind of bad for the platform itself. In terms of the algorithm, stuff like that. It's actually kind of interesting. I found out some interesting things, but we're gonna get into that in another video next week or something. And you know, like I said, this just fit the zeitgeist so perfectly well. It just all aligned. Now, of course, the coffee shop says, you know, they didn't, of course, not expect the account to blow up like this, They were like, yeah, we just, you know, we were just hoping for 1,000 followers, stuff like that. But still, you know, there might have been some doctoring involved. For example, this Twitter account is being private, so you can't track what happened really. Plus, I think they might have bought some shout outs from bigger meme pages, stuff like that, just to get more traction. But that's actually not a bad thing. You know, that's just how the game works. This is how you get some eyeballs. And you know, if they did that, you know, and if you're watching that, good job, by the way. If they bought some shout outs from some meme pages, it really aligned with the message, making it really viral worthy. And as you can see, it became viral. Anyway, this is how Just a Construction Guy, or Omar actually is his name, you know, grew. I know he's kind of fake. I think the person Omar is a real person, but it was perfectly crafted to fit a profile to, you know, go against all norms. And this is sometimes what's necessary. And this actually sometimes shows where the trend is heading, namely this no bullshit approach that I preach to my students, that people slowly start getting, because, you know, this is all super good Instagrammer world. You know, people are just not gonna buy it anymore. They want to see some real stuff. They want to see how it's really like, as opposed to some polished things. And just by seeing this example, especially, it just shows us that the world's actually emerging. The trend is actually going, and we're actually evolving towards this in a way. And if you, first of all, you want to have more videos like this, if you like this video, first of all, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the like button, only if you like this video though, you know? I can handle the dislikes, don't worry about that. And, you know, if you want to know how to handle this no bull approach, you know, how to grow a personal brand, build your brand in a real sustainable way, I've prepared a free training down below. Just hit the link, sign up with your email, stuff like that. I'm there. It's a live training. I'm gonna tell you some things, how I actually grew my personal brand to some profitable levels, whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna see you in a couple of days. I've been actually on some summer break, if you will. I'm sorry for not telling you this. You know, sometimes it just has to go. Plus, it's so hot outside, so I couldn't function really well. Anyway, thanks for waiting it out, for waiting these 2 weeks or whatever out. My name is Dominic. If you don't know that, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, subscribe again, and bye-bye. Bye-bye, my friends.